50 and 10. This is your macro window. Okay. Now, if you are anticipating anything based on fair value, that can be already a bullish 1 to 2 visible low from that can be 1 to 2 for you. But since it's the news time, I'm not interested. And also it has taken all the major liquidities. Wouldn't maybe think about this buy one. But let's say what happened is inside the macro, you had a bullish on. If you are including the volume imbalance, then it's looking something like this. And you can enter based on this candle. Okay. So that is already an entry. But the thing is, if you don't take this entry, then what you are looking at is market went higher, took liquidity from here, and even the left. Since it has taken liquidity inside the macro, if it's willing to go higher, it should not break this. What time it broke? 10. Last candle of the macro. What time we had news? 15. For 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes. Look at the market did. Can you see anything over here? It waited inside of that inversion fair value. Finally, news came. Fucking boom, bro. And now, let me tell you something. People who are looking for sell shorts using this fair value. Yeah. How you could participate. Let me tell you that. Okay. Don't. Because we had all these clean liquidities, the only way was. Okay. Remember. This fair value gap grid it 25% as your entry, 75% as your eyes at 50%. If a body even by a tick close above that, just immediately close the fucking trade with that small loss. So how big of a loss you're looking at? Here to here. The moment it closes a tick above that, so entry should be like this. Because we had all this. Yeah, all this. But it never gave you the entry. Do you know why? Remember this side of the chart. I will show you something funny. I observed, okay? This is something I observed. Okay. If I was willing, this was my entry. This inversion was my entry because at time frame, literally that 25%. This fair value gaps, 25%. This entry. When the inversion happened, because this is a major level of liquidity it has taken. Major liquidity. Inversion entry, third candle slow, like 1, 2. This is the lowest. And until this far. Even if I need, I will take partials. Wherever the 1 to 2, I will take the partial over there. I wouldn't hesitate to take a partial. Even though there is nothing at this level, I wouldn't hesitate to take that partial. So this will be my first partial. A stop loss after the partial, I would put it to break even. For example, I had a. So I might trail my stop loss around this level somewhat because the volume imbalance might be around like break even a little bit in. And the rest, I will look into this. If I get it or not, I don't know. Okay, so without stopping, it actually went higher because of that volume here. That's why I'm giving it a little bit. Still, I'm not okay. 1 to 2 partial already secured, so I don't care about if it comes back and stops me at break even, which is this is I call it as break even. It might be $10-20 profit or whatever, but this is where I would exit my position. Okay, but anyway, I didn't take the entry, so I'm not gonna talk about it. It now looks like hindsight, but my friend who was with me, he knows. I was showing it to him while I was eating. See this? This will be an entry with at least this level. That's exactly where the market reached before some sort of retracement or whatever you call it. Then 9:30 opened, closed a tick above that 50%. Then that's it. Using that 25, using that fair value overlapping or whatever, I don't even count it as a fair value. In 1 minute, that like in your extended trading hour, that's a fair value. In that case, that fair value, what? The moment it closed above, what I said, any sell short, you immediately close. That's your, like, if you are in a sell short from here by any mean, after all the liquidity is cleared, you immediately close here. Otherwise, look at that. Yeah. And by the time your stop loss was at this level, your exit could have been from here. So this entry, again, you are taking that 8 handle, 9 handle. But when it closed above, you know it's inverted. So where is it going? For buy side. This high. You don't need to know how far. This is already okay. This was the entry itself. And until this high. There. Same thing when big fair value gap, midline gets broken. Yeah, it's not a clean one, but at least you know that's your inversion level. Okay. This inversion. The same candle closed below the fair value. Your entry looking like this. Look, I didn't even look into the higher time frame. Okay. I'm just talking based on what market. But as you can see, that's the third candle's high. Okay? So 1, 2, 3 candle high. After the inversion, next candle entry, again big fair value. Usually I look into 25%. But using that fair value, eventually without stopping you, this market has what? Trail lower. So 1:2 was also delivered. It was a big one, I know, because stop loss, and that was delivered over here. That's not the point. Point is that macro work like that way. Okay. Then this inversion work like that way. Continuation. If it's continuing lower, it should not do that. That's the first part. Then here comes the silver bullet. Since I already saw that the dealing range it was forming, buy side taken, sell side taken, instead of retracing and coming back for the sell, went the buy side. I was anticipating after this low will be taken. Yeah, if it could take that low, I would be even more happy, because don't forget, I have the hourly, I have the 15 minutes overlapping here as well. So since I have those, and since I already saw it's taking a sell buy side, coming back, taking sell side, going ahead. Buy side taken, came back, didn't take this low, but what it did, took this low and maybe even this, something like this, okay, this low, a internal or whatever that thing is. So this is where you had a 5-minute liquidity grab, 1-minute liquidity grab market here as retraced into the OTC, violated OTC. It came back, went for buy side. So one sell side taken, market structure shift given, but instead of retracing into OTC and because it violated that protected high over here. After that, came back, went higher, took that liquidity. Now what do we have? Sell side taken, I have, but it came back using the news, took all the sell side. Okay, no problem. Now what I have? First a buy side taken, then a sell side taken. It should retrace that 25% is the OTC. It should continue lower for the sell side. But what? First took that high, retraced into the fair value overlapping, continued higher, took the buy side. It's already giving me signatures. Okay, it's doing the opposite every time. So when market was going higher and then using the news took the sell side, I was looking for the exact same thing. What I did, since it's a big fair value, big stop loss, yeah, I was lucky, okay, because I was eating during these moments. My market execution on this candle 9.75 or something. Let me check. 699.75, literally here. I got it way, like usually I take around 25%, but I got even little lower than 25. Here was my entry. Because it is a big stop loss, I took a smaller entry over here, and literally I put the stop loss at this level because I don't want to see it's coming for this. If it comes for this breakaway gap and fills it up, I cannot put it like this way or this way. It's like 60 handle, not worth the trade. So this is where I put the stop loss, and I didn't look into the all the highs. All I looked into a 1 to 2, because by this time I already had like 2500 something, or no, 2200 something in profit. So I don't want to give back my profit. This was a 5 contract entry MNQ, 1 to 2 delivered. This is where I made my 3000, whatever the total finishing balance is, 3300 or 200, whatever the balance is. That's been completed. I'm done. I don't need to trade anymore. So whatever it is, I'm happy with the silver bullet, and this is the area I'd never miss. Okay. Even I noticed another thing while I was doing it. Okay? Usually, if I didn't see this rubbish moves and this volume imbalance that doesn't have the answer in me, I would do something like this. 30 to 42. I'll show you something, okay? I was observing. 30 to 42, yeah. I have volume imbalance. I have this area, a bearish fair value gap right here. Mid rejection, order block. This is already a tap. Like the moment it opens below the level, I know that it's going for the lower one. This is already a tap for me of that order block. This was if I was not in the buy long, or this is a entry for me for a one, just like this. And this is a better entry for me because I have only 13 handle this, not 30, 13 handle, and a quick delivery within 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes. Not even 4, but let's say 4 minutes. And this window I never miss. Yesterday. $10.30. $10.42. Okay, this is $10.30 to $10.42. Am I on the right place? Yeah, but I believe my entry was here, but how? Now I'm a bit confused, guys. I don't think I have done the right job yesterday, even though I got the profit, but I am not happy about the profit now since I'm looking at it. This candle was my entry over here. I was looking to the same thing, but that candle was my entry because I had it. Okay. And yeah, I'm not super happy about what I did outside of it. And I was actually willing anticipating this. Let me check one thing, guys, just a sec.
Brother, go for your 5-minute chart. You have that answer.
Yeah, I had something I know, but I'm see the entry level. Oh, that 5-minute bullish continuation. Yes, now I know. This one. It was that bullish continuation retest happening. Okay. Yeah, I got it. I think that was the reason I actually took the entry. Again, I'm not happy with this one. This is me might missed 1 minute like this way. but I was looking for the similar thing, 1 to 2 as my first partial, and then what? It's the similar thing with the confluence of a fair value from higher time frame. Say I might this bearish fair value. Otherwise, I wouldn't maybe participate it. I cannot remember what exactly. I know that this candle was the entry for me. Entry for a quick scalp over here. And look at that. It's a 31.50. So 1 to 2. But it delivered. It's me who is not keep it this way. And there was a small inversion happening after a liquidity. So macro started here, traded back into that. Okay, let me clear the chart one more time. You're looking at your 50 and 10 macro, 11, 10. Inside of
Whether
this window,
you
your entry.
participate in that order block entry? 10, 10, 10.
I'm a bit confused. I'm gonna go the Monday as well. I think I'm mixing up the Monday with the order block entry. But this was the macro inversion, and that fair value gap got before the macro, but inside the macro, this is where you got your entry, and that inversion fair value. It's the same stop loss, and you are looking at a 1 to 2 for your macro trade. That's also delivered over there. I might have maybe that can be the thing, but whatever it is, I believe I had a entry over here for a quick scalp yesterday. That gave me the final profit to make that 3,100 something, like I was like just like today, yesterday, that part. But let me just check for a quick second if it was the Monday that I'm talking about, but it was similar, so I might have confused the two things together. Monday 10:30 to 11:10. Sorry, 10:30 to 10:42. I'm not sure. I'm a bit confused. I think that's the one, because I believe it was a buy long using. So okay, let me check one thing. Just a second.
Yesterday's 10:30 entry was good.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry. I participated in the silver bullet entry using that order block. And this one, the reclaimed fair value. This was my entry. That reclaimed, it closed below, closed above, like one candle closed below, one candle the candle, the entry. I didn't participate this run. So my participation was not this one. Already silver bullet started. It's a big inversion fair value gap. Inside of fair value, bullet higher, respected it perfectly. While doing these things, still inside of that big created, but it's a big one. So when market tapped here and then again closed higher, this was marked as my reclaimed fair value gap, and then that chat as I don't know, but something like this way I have marked it. Like, do I have a template? Let me save one actually, because I use the reclaimed day pretty frequently. Yeah. So it was a reclaimed fair value entry, and you will see my entry happened on this candle and my below this level. Usually this is a good level, but I put it below this fair value gap. So it was looking something like this. From here, this one, my entry started, stop loss. Literally this candle, you will see my execution. I shared the screenshot and I targeted that 1 to 2 silver bullet like this until this level. Yeah. You'll see the entry and exit. It's this one. Sorry, it's the invert. I don't remember if I took the inversion or not. I'm now pretty certain that this was my entry and the so that was my only entry using that 950 1010 and especially the PM's New York AM session silver bullet. But I want to see if there was anything presented during this. Okay, so anything. Okay, so there is that last fair value gap, liquidity. I'm still looking for it. So if you're looking at it inside of that window, we have a inversion, but I would maybe look for this level, and that's the confirmation at 12 and entry outside. So I don't know actually. I really don't know. Instead, maybe the macro inversion was a better. I don't know if no, I didn't take it, bro. No. If I would have taken it, I would have remembered it. I didn't. But it was like this. Order block high. Order block low. But if you're looking at your macro inversion, then you're looking at the liquidity grab happened there. Inversion fair value macro started at this candle and ended at this candle. So this is that inversion formed here. Entry can be here. And your 1 to 2 will be even quicker in that manner. But you're seeing the power of your 1 to 2, bro. How many times like this market has done it and how easily done it. It's like everything. Okay, the order block, silver bullet, the reclaim, the regular fair value gaps. It's literally that. Anyway, this is a macro, but I believe my like on Monday from the this my favorite macro. If I have anticipated, this is my anticipation, and I don't know, any of these levels are still looking good to me. And that's more than 1 to 2 with a very small stop loss. By the way, when it is happening 950, exact 950 and 1010. Macro inverted entry 1 to 2, even more than that delivered. So either of your TP is good. Okay, this is how your 1 to 2 looks like inside the macro. If you take it here, up to you. If you want to take some partial and look into your continuation until it breaks your holding, then your exit can be literally either at this high when the high was taken, that level, or I thought I saw a fair value. Okay, or it's literally the same fair value. Nothing broken. So you're looking at until this fair value got broken, this bullish, and the retest on this candle. This is the exit. So better like this high. It can be a 5.7 now. After this inversion, continuation never broke, never traded, continuation, which was trading, never broken. Finally, this is where the continuation broken. There is no, by this time, it even took that high as well. So with this candle, you might have taken, can be 5.75 7 on R. After closing most of your partial at 1 to 2, at least 60 to 75% you want to close, whatever that you decide. That's that macro. This one is my favorite. Okay, no matter what, I'm participating this, just like today as well. Yeah, I was here, news happened. After that, yeah, I didn't get the inversion, I got the continuation based on continuation. And since it was like, look, compare these and these fair value gaps and two candle, compare the fair value gaps. That's why I didn't trust that this market would come for this inversion anymore. That's why my stop loss was sitting at this level. This is a BPR. This to this is a BPR. Again, inside of that level, this to this is a BPR as well. So you're looking at a BPR until literally like this. So I had reasons. Okay, forget about too many BPRs, just simple. You have an inversion over here. Instead of trading it, it created a huge bullish fair here. So I have now multiple reasons for market not to fill it up completely. So easy. And one single candle closed above two of the down close candles. So this is your consecutive order block. So my entry that I took from 99.75 or something. 90, I think 99 or 98. I don't remember. Is the level? It's in the photo. I will look into that. But let's say this. It was looking already good enough for me. And because it was a bigger stop loss, I literally exited at 1 to 2, like perfect 1 to 2, not even a tick more than that, like this.
Brother, go for today's 10:50 to 11:10 macro. 10:51, not this one.
Oh, sorry, 10:50, 11:10. Okay.
I have some question.
Yeah.
10:50, brother, not 11:50. 10:50 to 11:10.
Yeah, got it. 10:50. Sorry. I didn't sleep yet, bro, since yesterday. So
Okay.
except
Okay,
my brain not
this is
functioning properly.
this is the last thing. Okay.
No worries, no worries. No. I'm not saying like the question. I'm saying like
Okay.
my brain is not functioning properly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. No worries.
Okay.
Okay,
See,
so
this time
yeah.
the market actually not taking that low, but the continuation is trading and going higher. But if someone questioning me, how he can participate in this run?
So maybe okay. Seeing the way it is, the one thing first thing was
I
that
have some answer. Actually, the dealing range 50% is in here in this
yeah,
macro type. Okay.
yeah.
See your dealing range is in here. No, not that dealing range. The top. Yes, that big dealing range.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like around the because I remember this high was the protected high that market too. So you're looking at the bullish one.
Yeah, because of the YT model, the market is formed the YT model in that the 1040 area and came retest the market. So I gave him that answer. The market is actually uh, creating the 2022 YT model before the macro started. And it came for that 50% level in this BPI in this time in this macro time and then start again. Is that okay,
So
brother?
yeah, it is okay. I might not participate if I don't get the entry. That's the first thing. Okay. I don't
Yeah.
force the market to for a entry. Not if you don't get one, it doesn't ruin your day. Okay. So far it has been enough opportunities already. But this one, it's a very small one also, and it didn't take the sell side. The thing that I would do actually, okay, the only reason I was taken, nothing else. it didn't give you entry within even this fair value gap, the one that was actually responsible to send it lower and take some liquidities from these areas, or because there is none here. So that's the fair value still.
Yeah.
This
And
is where it didn't even trade.
this fair value is not taking the displacement actually. No taking the low. You see the
Yeah,
left side, there is no low taking. But
yes.
I actually suggest him, you see the 2022 YT model is forming because of,
Yeah, like liquidity graph and MSS with a fair value gap here.
yeah, yeah. And this fair value gap is the answer. So I have this answer in my mind.
I
I
would rather say like, okay, this macro, I'm not seeing any entry. Yeah, one thing I have seen, okay, not like I haven't seen. See that 75% of the range fair
yeah
value. This
yeah.
can be an entry itself. Okay, this can be okay. Actually, what happened? Let me show you. There is a one tick fair value gap, but anyway, you
Yeah,
might have missed it. But if you are willing to do that, this is a fair value retest while bodies are staying above the other fair value, but it's a very small one. So you can look into something like this. Okay, from here, a stop loss below this because there is your fair value gap. So
yeah,
below that fair value gap candle slow, and you're looking for a 1 to 2. Now here is the thing. After delivering 1.78, what happened in the market? This market, that was your continuation fair value gap. So let me
yeah,
put it aside so that no, I don't want to delete it actually. I want to put it aside. This fair value gap inside the macro, it has went higher, it has reached to that upper candle or that possible order. It has failed to deliver with this fair value gap. When this fair value got broken with this candle, the very next candle, wherever you can get fair value or with wherever, without holding and hoping, okay, that it has created relative equal. It was creating relative equal. Okay,
correct, correct,
it
correct.
was creating relative equal here as well. So you don't hope. That's the part. For example, that London session, the first that I was using Confluence, it was creating equals, not just relative. It's like exact equals here as well.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the
yeah.
moment that failed, the direction changed immediately. What I
Correct,
said, even if you don't get the entry, you get the direction.
correct.
Remember in my macro video?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And
it's literally that.
I took sale, I took
Yeah, you
sale
took
and
sell from this level and you closed around this. I
yeah,
even asked you like why you closed it. The reason, okay, here is the let me explain a little bit. It was going lower, fair value forming, still respecting. Yeah. When it broke, you closed. But what I was looking for, since your entry was literally at the your entry was around the top, remember?
yes, yeah, exactly
So
that
since
top.
it was there and you are looking at a market around, this is a 3R, no problem. You take most of the partial off. I'm not saying you don't like see all this.
Yeah,
That's why I'm saying like why closed until it broken. But I'm not saying you don't take any partial at
yeah,
3R. If you don't take partial around 3R, it's like I know you closed around this area, like the whole.
yeah,
But
whole part.
my I was talking about why not taking a partial, maybe 60, 70, 75% partial and 25% as runner with a stop loss at break even or even trailed wherever candles high or when the fair value this, then when you saw the fair value got broke it out of that 25%.
Yeah,
And if you are stopped this candle didn't actually stop you, so you are exiting out here. So a little bit of profit you are willing to go to make a little bit of more profit. That's the part. Yeah, you closed, that's the full stop, done, conversation finished because you secured your profit. That was a very good close and I know why you closed. because
Yeah.
of that hourly was there as well. It's not just because it has just taken this low or this low. You
No,
had the
no.
hourly as well over there. This literally the
Yes.
hourly fair value top tap and immediate rejection. And that's why I said I have the bullish PDRA that's been holding the. I have the new day opening gap of fair value. That's why I'm saying this was a very buy long entry from, because it has already inverted.
Yeah.
Only because of that confluence. Yeah, not a clean market structure with all these liquidities. But what I said, you don't hope. If you hope, you are gone. You are not made for this market. Same thing you're looking at here as well. Yeah. You don't hope. Something that you are not willing to see that happened. You, instead of looking for the rest of that, you just
Then
close over here.
closed. Yes.
You're closing in 1:1, bro. It's not a small profit. If
Yeah.
you risk 100, you are still closing in $100. What's happening then? This is what's happening. Like not the upper side, the lower side.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't close when that inversion formed, because it was not supposed to do that. Okay. Just for the sake of the hope, okay? Just for the sake of the hope. This candle immediately went through that fair value, closed above. So once a body closed below, the very next candle, this is
The
not
market is
permissible
closed.
anymore. So even if you are hoping with this,
Yeah.
the very next one, no way that you are not closing.
This
This
bullish
is a
candle.
must close.
Yeah. This bullish candle will not violated anymore. When it
Exactly.
violated, then not hoping. You
See,
cannot.
that fair value gap, one candle close below, and then again go. You are still hoping because giving you a quick upper move.
Yeah.
But the next time, the moment it closed below, I don't even want to wait until the retest. Here. Because who knows, this is not the move from here.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't want to be part of that shit. So again, this is how you avoid your losing trades. It's not gonna happen that you are missing on a lot of profits every day just by closing. But just by closing, sometimes, very few times, you will be missing out of your trades or the rest of the profit. What is
No
the
issue.
profit you are talking about? It's like one or more. It's like you risked $100, you got $100 in profit and exited out, but would have got another $100. You are only leaving that part. But think, okay, this is where you are $100 in profit plus 100. But if you hoped and you waited for that 1 to 2, then instead of plus 100, you are now minus 100. So what does that look like? Instead of, you are now this. This is a $200 loss overall.
Yeah.
Unrealized $100
If
and
you
your
are
balance.
if you are in Apex, the loss will be 250 because the upper sum
Yeah,
move.
yeah. It will be even bigger. It will be even bigger because it gave more. Yeah. Now, the reason I'm showing, I could have showed you guys 1:2 hour. Trust me, I can show you. Still, I can show you. You want to see?
Yeah. Obviously,
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
you
Doesn't
are.
matter how the size is. See this? This is a fair value gap.
Yeah.
Two fair value or three fair value, multiple fair value. The thing is 1, 3. What I said. A week can trade into the other one, but you want to see the body is respecting the upper one. So if your entry based on this fair value gap, then your stop loss has to be here. And now you can see how your 1 to 2 is delivered. But again, we don't use the chart like this. So the way we use, you might miss that fair value. That's why I showed you from this fair value. And I showed you that it didn't deliver. But see how important your levels are. Okay, how important your stop loss placements are. Look, like even this high is like now 2.44. And the logic is not changing. What I said, in case you didn't see this fair value, then you are looking at a entry here, because that's overlapping of the Dillington's 20 can be. If you don't have, still it's the same thing you are talking about. One here, continuation formed. You are looking at a stop loss here, entry from here, and I'm showing that it has delivered 1.8, then it broke that continuation on the retest of that continuation, which is on this candle, this
Yeah.
green candle. So that is a 1:1 R profit instead of a loss. That's why I say do not hope, because that hope could have been here as well. That hope could have been here as well.
Yeah.
You don't hope. You expect. If it delivers, you are okay to hold. If it doesn't deliver, get the hell out. It's okay. Wait, you will get another setup. No. Okay. If you exited, okay, think wherever that where did I move it now? Here. This entry, you exited, okay? You exited, you waited. 12 p.m. came in. Between 12, now you know, like you have relative equal highs, relative equal whatever it. See, this time also, market didn't clear all the liquidity. But
But it has the 1210 the 1150 1210 macro have that entry.
this area has taken liquidity inverted fair value happened. This is the new macro started. It has one single down close candle with a big bearish fair value gap. Big means like a bearish, only bearish fair value, sorry.
Correct.
But only bearish fair value gap. Inside the macro, it's not inverting it, but there is a swing high formed. This move has taken that liquidity inside of that bearish fair value gap. There is a fair value inside the macro getting inverted. This is where it got inverted. This is where it got traded.
Yes.
Macro
This
will tell you
macro
either
have
give you the entry or give you the direction. Okay, this is that direction. This is the third candle high, this candle high as your stop loss. You're looking at more than 1 to 2. Why more than 1 to 2 I'm saying is because so far no fair value, nothing broken, nothing 1 to 2. If you're happy with that, exit over there. But fair value, this is the continuation. Broke here with this candle, very next candle you are exiting. Take profit is still looking
now
like
still now
2.2.
that is 2.
Yeah,
2.
exactly. Still it's the 1 to 2. So if you don't want to go with the extra hassle, be happy. See, exited with 100 profit. That $100 now giving,
Another 200.
and that's how you make 3,000, 4,000 in a day. Okay, you want to use your, how I started my first day today. Asia had a setup, a small, very small setup. When I had that setup, after, let me see if I'm going
8,
too
8.
far.
Around 8.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
After the kill zone started, here is the kill zone starting here. It has taken liquidity, kill zone started, macro inside the 8. Buy long, inversion third candle slow, and there is something else. 1 to 2, I already took a partial, okay, and then I moved my stop loss below here. This is where I got like in profit, okay. It was a very small, and Asia doesn't, so don't expect bigger things. I had overall the profit was $305 or $6. screenshot is in the photo. The thing is that $305 I wrote in the that my fuel for London is now created. Okay. My fuel for London is now been generated or something.
Yeah.
I stopped right there after that entry. Whatever I could, I was seeing like 400, 670 total profit could have been like 600, around $600. But since I got stopped out after the partial, I got around 300 something. Okay. London started. Where was that one?
4,
Yeah.
around 4. You took
Yeah.
entry around 4.
Yeah. But I'm saying like this area, I was ready with my mouse pointer over here. How do you know? This is the part I didn't anticipate just because I want to make sure that I'm not taking a loss in London. I have a reason. I will tell you. It's like my balance is now too big that I don't really need to look for $3,400. Okay, I only need to look for 200 a day, and I can just by targeting 200 a day. For example, tomorrow and day after tomorrow, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So Thursday, Friday, I'm gonna only target 2 because it's too big. No matter what, okay, I won't be able to request the payouts until they move the balance to the life funded, like merge it with my life funded. Until that happens, I'm not gonna get a big payout from them. The maximum capital or cap they have set is $5,000. So doesn't matter. I have 70, 80, 90,000 in as my buffer. It will not do any good, at least at this stage. Since it will not do the good, I don't need to look for big. I can make the small, request the big payouts because I have that type of buffer built. Even I didn't even the actual. The thing that I was looking here is
This
yeah,
level have in end of I think end of is near about
Endog is here this level,
yeah, yeah,
this one,
yeah, yeah.
this one. But I didn't like this is the one I didn't take. Okay, but I was looking forward to this continuation on how any of these candles, okay, any of these candles had a smaller, like longer wick, but like a closer like this. I would literally press on this candle or even this candle. All I wanted to see that it's not leaving any reason after I take the entry and put my stop loss here because there is a no wick candle. I put my
Yeah.
stop loss here. A long wick is again coming back and putting my like hitting my stop loss.
Yeah.
Why I'm talking about a stop loss here? Because this is the only continuation third candle. Very simple. But from here, it never give me any opportunity. Even this fair value gap was not traded here.
Yeah.
And since there is some buy sell happening in between these zones, this fair value is now a obvious area. And I showed you like the 5 minute, 15 minute
Yeah, yeah,
same. I
all the
talked
time.
about it when market was here, when it is coming
Yeah,
lower. I said this is the fair value market will trade and again go. Exactly from there it went for, and that is where I participated. Yeah, I I wanted to take this entry from this midpoint, like first entry from here, then with the leg I wanted to add. I had limit order set over here like 15. It didn't trade, okay? I took the entries. When I took the entries, I cancelled the limit order. The entries based on this order block inversion fair value overlapping 15 minutes, 5 minute change in present. I took the entry from these areas. This low and this low was my 15 and 15, 30 contracts entry over here because the stop loss was small. And then I added a little bit around, I think this fair value gap.
and your stop loss is being smaller for this.
Yeah, it's like that's what I'm saying. Like it's a like entry at this level, stop loss at this level. That is small.
Yeah.
My friend was today. He was not going home at 2 a.m. bro. 10 p.m. Okay. Usually around 10:30 he is already deep sleep. But today he came around he came around 3 p.m. In my time, 3 p.m. and he left my place at 2 a.m.
Wow, very good. Okay,
He was
brother.
enjoying.
Today we will finish. Tomorrow
Yeah,
we'll.
yeah. Today we can finish. But did you get the whole thing, man? It's like
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
anticipate, you can participate. But you need to know when you're wrong. The whole day, the macros you have seen, all of them except one. Okay, remember there was one that was a stop loss. Other than that one, every single macro was in profit.
yeah.
One was 1:1 R, one was a small loss, like 1 R loss, or remember you are risking, if you are risking the same amount, then one was a 1 R profit, one was a loss. Other than that, every other macro delivered more than 1 to 2, just 1 to 2, more than 1 to 2. It's just you who didn't practice and trusted it enough. If you practiced and trusted it enough, then you know that your entry is forming, you know that you can trust this process. And no matter what I try to do for you, no matter I signal you, I share my chart and show you my, it never gonna work. Because you will never press the button at the same time I'm pressing, even signaling. For example, this many people were here. Who took this breaker block entry? Even Ciso took some profit, but he didn't take one. I talked over here and shared the screenshot. How I shared it. This was a breaker. I explained, okay? And it gave you the opportunity with a relative high over this high and this high. But the breaker entry and that delivery, no one. Why? Let me tell you how. This low, you're looking at this fair value, 15-minute bullish fair value. Higher time frame point of interest. Higher time frame point of interest. What time? After 1:30. So PM session, kill zone started. You have a liquidity grab, you have a market structure shift. But while the shift was happening, we had fair value gap here. And before the shift, this fair value was already
Traded.
It was traded. So after that, there is literally nothing over. So since the MSS is happening later than the it could come for the fair value. It didn't come until that high was taken, even here as well. See? But where did it came? Breaker block. You are looking at the same thing, okay? Mean threshold, not CE. Okay? Any block, the midpoint is mean threshold, not consequent encouragement. Consequent encouragement is your fair value gap and a long week that midpoint. That's the only consequent encouragement. Any block, breaker block, propulsion block, order block, mitigation block, accumulation block, distribution block, 6 blocks. Okay, so far that's how many I know. All of them, the middle point is mean threshold. Your entry has to be the body. Okay, I don't take any entry from the top, the body, this level. And your stop loss, since it's a big breaker, just a tick or two below that breaker. This is your entry level, and a tick or two below, maybe here, this is your stop loss. What are you targeting? 1 to 2. What did this market deliver right here? And then you are looking at that fall. That's why I say 1 to 2 market does give a fuck to this. Okay, remember when I talked about it, I was like very arrogant about this 1 to 2. This is that 1 to 2. When I was framing it, it was already from here. It was like the screenshot I shared. It created relative equal highs, came back, took another liquidity while respecting that threshold breaker. Went higher, delivered. Yeah, 10 handle stop loss. 5 micro is $50. 10 micro, no, sorry, 5 micro is $100 over here. Yeah? And you are looking at a perfect $200 take profit. And if you carefully see what time it did that, this is your 2 p.m. Okay, your first entry. Okay, just think about that part. This is the silver bullet. 2 p.m. started, 2 to 3 is your silver bullet. It could have been that silver bullet entry. Yes, I'm not ICT that I will show you a safe right here, and already this is your 1 to deliver the first move. Yeah, I'm not ICT. I cannot show. I'm looking at a big one. Yeah, then ICT, he might show you your entries here. Okay, and then stop loss is here.
Yeah.
I cannot do that, bro. I go with the logic. My entry reason is breaker. I will cover the breaker. If the mean threshold is violated, I will look simple, because it doesn't need to come here anymore. And these are your propulsion blocks or down close candles that should send market higher. See, until that liquidity was taken, after this down close traded here while some liquidity as well, this fair value remained unfilled until that liquidity was taken, until that 1 to 2 was delivered. That fair value remained unfilled. It's done. Liquidity taken, both of them on delivered. Now, whatever this market does with it, you can do that. I don't care. Unfilled doesn't mean for the rest of its life it should remain unfilled. It should remain unfilled. Okay. Propulsion block means a force that should send rocket to the sky, to the moon. So this is that to the moon. Within 2 candle, you already like 2 candle and a little bit of few seconds. Okay, let me go to the 15 seconds. Let's see how that area. Look, to the moon. Yeah. Why? That down close candles. Let me put a mark over here. Where did it trade it? Now to the moon. Anyway, observation is the key. Okay, you mark wrong. Okay, you don't understand. But until you keep trying to read the order block, how can you make it correct? When you are marking it, you don't use it. When you are learning it, you don't use it. But for that, okay, this can be the order block, this can be the propulsion block. Can I see the unfilled fair value? Can I see? Okay, it didn't happen. So maybe I'm marking it wrong. Again, you mark another one. Okay, it didn't happen. Maybe I'm marking it wrong. Finally happened. Now compare the one you are marking previously that didn't happen versus the one you marked now and happened. What is the difference over there? What can be the factor that you can look next? Now you saw, let's say, there was a previous order block that was taking liquidity while trading into fair value gaps or coming out of a higher time frame fair value. Yeah. And then from that order block, you found a that retest the order block, then gave you the propulsion block. And then from the propulsion block, you saw this. Maybe the one you previously marking, it was not coming out of a, like the first step you are making the mistake is maybe you're the wrong, it's not an order block. Or you will see the propulsion block that you are trying to mark, it might never trade at the or any fair value gap. So it might not be the propulsion that way. Anyway, it's you make mistake, okay? Until you make the mistakes, you will not learn the right things. That's the issue.
That is the main issue. If I that's why I actually arrange these things. When everyone is in here and try to read, then actually they will improve their chart reading. And tape reading is the most important part for
Exactly.
the participation. When you read the
Any
chart,
entry you take, yeah,
whether
any entry you take, you only look and read, okay, what it traded a fair value, what you're I'm looking for a continuation and do that like fair value. Is it forming? Yes. Then what I'm looking for? Either it's getting traded or it's like whatever it is, I want to see it's getting respected and market is going using this higher and the new leg again giving me fair value. You keep messing up with your chart. Bro, I have removed a lot of things yesterday from my chart. But after my today's trading, I was
yes,
showing something to you guys, okay?
yes,
Still, I don't know how many I have removed, but mess. This is not even the mess, bro. Mess is you don't know. Look here, okay. New York AM session first gap. It was from yesterday. Then here, look. New week opening gap settlement midnight. How many within this? Now imagine I received a fair value. What do you think I'm gonna do to that? That's how my confluences comes in. That's how my big good setups comes in. Okay. I'm marking it. I'm getting it. Why? Again, from the low to high. I showed you. That's the 50% overlapping fair value. This is a very powerful bullish fair value. And within this, I have already showed you 5 minutes, same fair value, 15 minutes, same fair value. So I know that this is the area. This is the real gap where market will use for not just this high, but that high. So when market inverted this 15-minute fair value, do you know what I was telling everyone? That after here, this fair value gap will be a reclaimed fair value. Look, what is the characteristics? One candle closed below, next candle closed inside, and once it closed above the fair value, we can do whatever the F it wants to do, but the body should not close below one more time before delivering. That delivery here, even using this here, finally inverted or broke again, but the same leg cleared the sell side. Then went through, came back, went through, came back. That was happening. But this is that fair value gap. Why I didn't mark this one? Because in my 5 minutes, yes, there might be a fair value gap, but I'm looking at a time over there that it is taking and it is creating the liquidity go higher. I had a 5 minute bearish fair value. It had to first thing. See that midpoint on the 5 minutes on a 15-minute fair value, or even this 5 minute a smaller fair value gap. Market tapped the midpoint, very next candle closed below. One candle closed below, one candle closed. Using this was the move, took this high and the retracement high. This is the yesterday high, this is the retracement high. Look, even the 5 minute. But again, why I'm not looking at this one, why I'm looking from this low that has taken here. Remember? This is a dealing range, sell side taken, buy side or buy side taken. You're looking at that. From the low to high, any array that overlaps or below 50, it will trade that level. This is that array.
brother, but the market is doing something in this PM session. This is not liking. exactly. Oh, what? See the PM sessions, 5 minutes. So boring.
Dude, I
Okay.
just want to see that this PM session is at like whatever the market is doing. I don't care, but I want to see it's closing above the previous day high. It's
Yeah.
closing above the okay. Do you guys remember I was talking fair value gap I'm expecting over here yesterday? Literally yesterday I said. Yeah. After what? Imagine, okay? What I just shared from 15 minutes reclaimed. When market traded this fair value gap, okay, this is the one daily breakaway gap. Yeah, when it traded this, what it did is it broke or closed below this fair value gap. One candle closed below, very next candle closed above. After that, then after trading the breakaway gap or even this is where I had the continuation fair value. No down close, no close happened below that fair value. The open happened with the new week opening gap. A open below happened. No problem. What we are looking at to inverse a close below the fair. The open below. Where it closed? Here. So it's not a close below. Continuation getting respected. New move started. What is this candle? Order block. Trading fair value, taking liquidity. What are these candles, or especially this candle? It's a doji, so you can use this one, but overlapping you can like consecutive, since one single candle closed up both of their open price. What is this representing? Propulsion. After trading propulsion, you know how the yesterday. Okay, I don't have to explain anything.
Yeah.
First time creating fair value gap. If it can just close above previous day high, whatever it is, I'm still bullish. Bullish until how far? Until this level. The daily breakaway gap, which is sitting here. How far? This until this far. Once market reaches here, I'm gonna be very conservative, because that was also like the midpoint of this daily breakaway gap is also um, a projected terminus from a
And
old 4 hours thing.
brother, the daily inversion.
Yeah. So overlapping, that was like that was the. But the thing is, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be bullish until this. Once market reaches here, I will not look for anything. Yeah, maybe a small sell short, a scalp, those type of thing can happen, but more likely this is where I'm gonna be very conservative. A small profit, a small risk, that type of day. Once I'm seeing this market is closed above this fair value, okay, then using this, I'm looking for the new all-time high to. So that will be what I'm doing over here is, from this area I'm looking around that area. So after market reaches here, which is another 260-70 handle worth of move is still due, and most of the time our move will be like open, low, high, close. So a good range is still there. I'm just gonna let go this much of the move, which is 137 handle. Whatever happens in between, but after it closed above, it will come retest this fair value gap as a inversion. Any bearish PD array that is getting broken, you will see that how that works. So it will retest, and from here there is nothing to stop this market. So I'm letting go 100 handle move to catch another for 550 handle worth of move, because it will not just stop here, okay, after taking the all-time high. Every buy side you will see it will take this buy side or this buy side, it will go at least bare minimum. That's literally minimum 5 to 20 handle above it. And my overall new all-time high projection is 23,300 or 400. I forgot, but I have it on my higher time frame chart. So I will do it. I will let you guys know later. Okay, let me redo in front of you guys. Just a sec. I was doing it on trading view. So let me check on NQ for once. Okay. And then I'm gonna come back. There's supposed to be a very good overlap happening at 23,000 something from this weekly consolidation. Am I doing it wrong? Let me check. So this is at the exact equal lows of and bodies. Exact equal lows and bodies. So this one. 24,455. 24,455. Let me check the same thing now on MNQ. So it's the exact equal low over here. That's why. So this was the exact equal low. So high to low, and the body has to be this one. Yeah. New all-time high at this level. That projection will, I think, appear on the daily. Nope, hourly. Right here. I'm gonna mark it above this all-time high. I'm that area, that much higher. Okay. So this time we have something huge happening in the market, especially on the monthly. After clearing all this, trading all the imbalances, only bearish imbalance, inverted bullish on forming in this. Where is the trade happening after the change in state? What do you think? Do you really think that anything here looks like it should stop this monthly push? In 35 years, this was the most bullish month so far in this month of May, and same for the June as well. In 35 years. Okay. So I'm looking at this. So monthly candle, or what you're looking at, think. Buy side taken, failed to close above. So on the next candle, sell side was the target. Market open, high, low, whatever happened, whatever the color, I don't care. Sell side was taken. That's the important. Okay. Sell side taken, failed to close. What is the target first of this candle? Buy side. Buy side taken, failed to close above. What is the target on next candle? Sell side of the previous candle. Sell side taken, close below. What is the target of candle? Sell side. Sell side taken, failed to close below. What is the next candle? Buy side again. What buy side? This previous candle. Along with that, whatever it can do. Buy side taken, closed above. What is this candle doing? Going for the buy side, because still you are looking at that bullishness. By the meantime, you have a change. Okay. Thing is the same scenario on weekly. Yeah. Volume imbalance, I don't give a damn. And by this time, it has already traded fair value gaps and all these liquidities are, that's where your focus should be. After that, you're looking at market has a high low inside candle. So I'm looking from sell side taken, buy side taken, closed above buy side. Next week, buy side taken, failed to close above. This is where we had a bullish fair value that could have been traded, but the rejection was low. However, market went higher, closed above the buy side. So this is where we are little wrong. We are looking for bearishness, but market has given us bullishness. No, but I was not bearish, by the way. The answer is in daily, but still I was not bearish. You all know that until that 660.50. Remember, which is that bearish fair value. So market expanded higher. You are still looking at the buy on. Again, the same thing, buy side taken. Then market failed to close above. This is where market has again taken buy side, failed to close above. Weekly is looking garbage over here. The whole area in daily from the low all the way. Okay. Again, this is the opening, weekly opening gap. Market has traded higher, equal highs. So still a inside candle, this candle, sell side closed above the higher as well. So you're looking at bullish leg. Until that, remember I was saying this is the due liquidity. Equal created in between some consolidation or whatever the shit happening because of Donald Trump tariff thing. Inverted continuation fair value inverted. What I said. After whatever it did around these areas, every single day it played out the way it should be. For example, green candle closed above the inversion one more time, traded the inversion, went higher, closed previous, went higher, previous, took the buy side, failed to close above. What is the next target? Sell side. This candle again took the buy side, failed to close above. Next target, sell side. So now I have two due liquidities. Sell side taken into the fair value, boom, closed above buy side. So what is the next? Buy side. Since it has taken the buy side, failed to close, first thing this candle should do is aim for the low. Low taken, failed to close below, instead closed above. This is again a due liquidity. Inside candle, no sell side, no buy side taken with this one. Then this candle close below. So what this candle should do? First take that low. That's the first target. Took the low, failed to close below. What is this one doing? Should close above. Then this candle is an inside candle, but still it's bullish day for me and my trade or from the low to happen. But it has, that week is already enough for now. It is a due liquidity now since it's a inside candle. Boom, gap opened higher, literally above the liquidity. Not just that, above all those as well. This was the due liquidity. Market went higher, closed above, failed to close above. Sell side is a due one. Inside candle took the sell side, failed to close below, instead closed above the previous day, and it. This is where first target is buy side taken, failed to close above. This candle, what is the target? Sell side taken, close below. So this candle, what should it clear? Sell side cleared, failed to close below. On this day, I was not looking for a sell side delivery, especially when market was trading here. Remember that whole fall I was not looking at, and this was the Trump billboard or something, if I'm not wrong. Trump came up with that billboard. Whatever it is, traded into fair value gaps, taken some liquidity from the fair value. Again, I'm looking for a two what? First thing is it has closed below the bullish fair value. So I don't want to see the next candle is also staying below the bullish fair value to continue higher. Oh, by the way, by this time, I have now more liquidities formed. Market went higher, closed above the buy side. So this is where I was wrong. Okay, I was not expecting the fall. That is where I was wrong. We had news or something that caused that thing. Closed above the buy side, looking for a green day. Closed above the buy side, looking for a green day. 660.50. That was my target, projected terminus and the bearish fair value. 660.50 traded, bearish fair value top traded, rejected. So buy side taken, failed to close above. What is this day should do? Take the sell side taken of the previous day, failed to close below. What this day do? Close higher above this buy side. Took the buy side, close above. What should this day do? Higher. Took the buy side, closed above. What should this day do? Buy side. Took the buy side. I'm looking for to where it closes. If it closes above, I'm continuing the higher bias. If it closes below, I'm looking for a lower bias because now I have a fair value that market can. So one signal, yeah, what can possibly happen? Tomorrow, it can be a big consolidation. And that consolidation on Friday, it will come for the fair value, then it, and by the time it below that buy side level. If that happens and only that happens, then I'm looking for this fair value to be retested. 4 hour, the liquidity left, it will be a big candle, big fall for those liquidities and for this fair value retest. I don't even want to see it's coming for that bag. I want to see it's coming for that 4 hour overlapping 1 hour, 15 minute, whatever it can from this bullish fair value. So tomorrow can be something like this. Okay, it closes somewhere here, inside candle. Various, it will be hard to draw. So take that inside candle, something like this type of candle. Not the buy side taken, not the sell side taken, side. So when that will be, if there is an inside candle, that fair value will be traded. After trading here, the new move that should send price for this level above this high. Okay, why that level? Let me actually remove this 4 hours. That can have some rejection. That's why I still keep it like a smaller sell short opportunities or whatever. But why this one? See that liquidity sitting now at the top of the fair value. If market goes to take that liquidity, chances break this. So far, what market did? 1 bearish, 2 bearish, 3 bearish, 4 bearish, 5 bearish, 6 bearish. 7 bearish fair value gap it has broken. And not a single bullish continuation is broken. Yeah, one time this happened. There is something as well, but I'm not gonna be ICT to show you perfection. Instead of that, I'm telling you the my way of understanding fair value. One candle closed below, very next candle closed. See again body closing below. Done and dusted, reclaimed. Simple. ICT will show you something like this. See this? There is a small volume imbalance. Very small. Okay. Because this candle closed at 958 and this candle opened at 957.50. Okay, still I'm looking at a close below, but it will be like, see that volume imbalance candle opened here tick by tick, and then I'm not that guy. I don't care. Simple thing, one candle close below, next candle close through it. So the very next time it is trading these areas, it should never close below this fair value if it's willing to continue. And if this is that fake one, you are looking at that happening. After this close above and this retest, this market has a continuation fair value. Nothing closed below it. This is the open below. Again, open, low, high, close is here. It's not a close below, it's a close way far from that area. Not a single bearish candle close below it. Bullish continuation fair value gap. If you think this is the 1 minute fair value, entering from here, stop loss below, third candle slow. Are you stopped out? No. Then why it's not disrespected? Okay, weak causes the damage. Simple. Body was rejecting like this. Body was rejecting like this. So next candle, boom. Okay, so that's that part. And now we are looking at our next daily bullish continuation. Wherever this, regardless of where it closes, we'll have a bullish. Simple. If it continues higher first, later it can revisit this. If it continue, revisit means I don't want to see it's fully filled. That's for sure. I want to see it's just revisiting. See that this portion of the daily fair value has a 4. Literally, this is how far I want to see. It can fully fill this until this. Yeah, it can come here as well. But at least a little bit of this fair value I want to see is remaining unfilled. So I want to see a come back into here anytime using the news tomorrow, day after tomorrow, whatever that takes here. And then from here, continue for this level. Okay, that drawing sheet is still not fixed, especially when I lock my account. That's when it happens. But anyway, it can even trade until this one, no problem. As long as a small portion is unfilled, I'm happy. Then why this high on the 4 hours? It will have a little bit of fair value gap with unfilled portion, with a liquidity within. That is how far I'm actually looking for my target in 1 hour. The same area I have marked that liquidity, of course, and in 1 hour, that's your accumulation manipulation. So that is also a market maker due model. Okay, not buy model. So that is where I'm looking at it. 15 minutes. Okay, so whatever you are looking at, current price, it has been clearing those dues. There is a due, there is a due. So these dues will be cleared. After that, yes, here is a clear thing. But from weekly, this whole range is looking like a consolidation. That's why it will be cleared as well. If you mark this every individual high, even 4 hours time frame or daily time frame, it's relatively equal high. Okay, it's not, this is a 15-minute relative equal highs and exact equal highs. Okay, but same area, what you're looking for, look, all this. By side, by side, by side, by side, by side, by side. Then boom. And all this happened how? Oh man. When market was continuing higher, inversion fair value formed here. Using inversion, new continuation fair value formed. Let me mark the one that it traded. Continuation traded, going higher. There is no fair value. That is your inversion. Okay, like continuation got inverted. Boom shakalaka laka boom chick, boom chick. Makes sense or no? When broken, next will be the ass. The ass was grasped until that far, bro. That far. From there. Ass was grabs. That compare, okay, that is small little fair value you can barely see when you are looking at the got broken continuation. Why? Buy side taken, there is a buy side taken, there is taken, previous one taken. Yeah, retraced back all these liquidities. Too bad, right? Your daily bias is very simple, bro. Very simple. All you want to see where it's closing. That's it. Just one check before you frame your setup. One time. Okay. You can do this with hourly. You can do this with 4 hours. The higher you go, the better it will. Daily, more than enough. 4 hours is one of the best. Hourly will still give you that. Sell side taken, failed, sell side taken, closed, I think below by a tick over here. Okay, no, failed to close below. The next candle open low, took the sell side, no problem. But again failed to close below. After that, close above, 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 finally failed. So close below. So this should take where? Here. It's a long week. You are looking at a bearish candle again. And that run was already a good enough run for you to be. So you are looking at a open high, low close. So from the high to this run, this is a 61, 61.25. But you got the direction, you got the delivery. It's up to you how far you can take the profit. Some bullish fair value gaps forming when this was happening. Order block and bullish fair value. I remember I participated a setup from these areas. But most of the time, okay, buy side taken, closed above. So what should it take? Instead of this sell side, this buy side should be taken, because that's the buy side mark. What is the range? Okay, think think. This candle's low is your sell side. This next candle opened. You want to see open low, high, take the buy side, close wherever it is. Okay, it didn't. Next candle opened, same thing, open low, high, take the buy side, close, but this sell side should not be taken first. Okay, took the buy side of previous hour, took the buy side of this hour, failed to close above both of them. So what are you looking on the next hourly candle? It should take this sell side. Along with that, I had some equal lows or relative. Okay, it has taken liquidity, close below that. So what is the next hourly candle telling me? It should take the previous candle's low. Now, took the low, failed to close below. So what is this next hourly candle? Should be green. Open, low, high, wherever close. Now you are looking at a buy side. That is a due buy side now. So your range is now this. Before it can take this sell side, it take this buy side. It's an inside candle, no problem. Next candle opened here. Again, the same thing you want to see. Open, low, high, wherever it closes. Okay, took the liquidity, failed to close above. What is the due liquidity now? This is the due liquidity. So New York AM session, all that taken. And then continue, okay, like how it looks. Still, your liquidity and your target is looking high and this low. This is your range. It has taken the buy side of two or relative equal highs, failed to close above. This is a due liquidity, but this candle, first target is the previous candle's low, because that candle failed to close above the buy side. So this is a due and this is the new target. Open happened. First, if it creates the low, what you are looking at, the menu, that's not a good sign. You want to see open high, the low happen wherever it closes. So it has taken the liquidity, failed to below. Instead, what you are, another bullish run. I don't care what is the color of the candle. What is the delivery of the candle? The most important thing. This is a 33 handle London session, where your stop loss is maybe 6, 7, 10 handle, and you are looking at a 33 handle daily. You had a high time frame point of interest. You had that long week from yesterday, that week CE. You had a bearish 1 hour fair value gap. So whatever it is, saw some rejection, no problem. Going higher, closing above, so this high should be taken inside candle. But before this fall happened, but before this big fall, using the news of before this big fall happened, what it first cleared over here? The first due liquidity was cleared. Then that happened. Now think, it has taken liquidity close below all. Now, this is the conflict. Why the conflict? Why the market is taking both sides, going higher, coming lower, going higher? It closed below the previous candle's low. So that low is due. But previous due was here. It failed to close below. Instead, it literally retraced almost 60-70% of the range. Next candle, what it did? First cleared the high, failed to close up. So what is the next candle's target? This low, and that's a due liquidity. Came back, took both of them, failed to close below. So what is this candle should be doing? Taking the high. Took the high, failed to close above. What should this candle do? Take the low. Took the low, failed to close below. What should this candle do? You can predict the color, bro. Yeah, took the low, failed to close below. So what you are looking at? Candle. This is the candle you want to participate. These are the candles you want to participate your sell when that is happening. How it is happening. Okay, when this happened, this is where you are looking at it. Okay, took the buy side, closed above. What this candle should do? First clear the buy side. Along with that, if there is any relative target, first around this level. So you are looking at a open, low, high, then wherever it closes. If that happens, liquidity taken from this high and this high failed to close above. What is this candle should do? Open high, low, close, especially this liquidity. That liquidity is taken. So what should this candle do? It should turn into a like open high, low, close, and take this liquidity. Depending on where it closes, that gonna take. If you should be looking for example, this market and it closed below the low. So you're looking at another bearish candle. How? Again, if anything otherwise happens, this is now a due liquidity. It will be taken now or later. I don't know. It will be taken. How you want to see it happening? If there is any gap, let's say gap opened happened here. I have nothing to say about that thing. But if the gap is not clearing this liquidity, then you are looking at market opening at this level, high forming, then the low, then wherever it closes. Now, why this is important? The open, high, low. That high is your manipulation. Let's say tomorrow, and then first takes this liquidity, or even it comes for other liquidity. Okay. This is a accumulation, manipulation. You want to see the distribution higher. Okay, like this. For this thing, man, it's a disturbance. Anyway, you want to see the open. If the low happens fast, then you become bullish again. Okay, from a level, of course. Look for your PDRS. You will find your level. Then you are looking at the high, wherever the high forms. Okay, so from open, low, high, then finally wherever it closes, doesn't matter. It can be this big candle, it can be a very small bullish body as well. Only thing is you don't want to see that the manipulation is due on the market and you are still looking for sell shorts. Okay, so I messed up my chart thanks to my open, high, low, close and liquidity thing. Imagine, okay, this is the shittest market condition that you are seeing inside. And when the clean direction happening, you will see, for example, okay, look carefully, observe. Here, sell side, even from here, okay, sell side taken, failed to close below. So this is a due inside candle. Again, sell side taken, failed to close below. This is a liquidity. That's due. This is also a liquidity. Next candle, took the buy side, closed above. Okay, observe one thing very carefully. Close above. So what you are expecting here? A close above again or bullish candle again. Took the liquidity, closed above. What you are expecting next candle? Bullish. Took the liquidity, look at that rejection, but still how it delivered over here. How long week candle is seeing over here. Still delivered that. Once it delivered, it failed. Okay. Now on this candle, what is the first target of the market? First target is this sell side, which is a due one. This market went higher. How long week it has created and the rejection happened. But the moment this candle cleared that liquidity, nothing stopped it from, see that close above. So that high is now a due liquidity. Nothing stopped it after the sell side due cleared. 1, 2, 3, 4th hour. It took 4 hours to reach there, but look at that huge wick over here. Still, it didn't give you a down candle because it closed above the bloody level previous candle. Down closed happened when? Once that due liquidity got cleared. Yeah? Makes sense? That's how you are looking at it. Yeah. Sometimes you are looking something that might not happen, but remember which one was due liquidity with boom. Maybe on this candle you are expecting that low to be taken, but that was a due, remember? Look at that. And then look at that move. Oh man, why it moved like that way? Why from that area? Now you know why. That is how easy. When you're bullish, look for your entry only when the close above the buy side or failed to close below the sell side. Yeah, that's the buy side, sell side rejection. Failed to close below, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that how. Look. And what is due? Don't forget to keep that due level on your chart. You will get it. Today or tomorrow, you will get it. On the same day, it didn't do it. Very next day, fast direction was for that low. After taking that, then that does the direction. And how? Failing, finally boom. Do you remember ICT 1, 2, 3 dive? Here. 1 dive, 2 dive, 3 dive. Then boom. Cesar, thank you, bro. Thank you. I have been showing like, the information I shared on my live stream of my YouTube channel. That's the first live stream that I shared this information. And ever since then till today, I'm still using that. Why my higher time frame is like this? Yeah, hourly, and I change it. Okay, I look. For example, when it's 10 p.m. I don't, when I see, okay, forget 10 p.m. I see it around 3 a.m. The New York, London session, silver bullet. I see 10-15 minutes before that. When I come in, my chart starts from 4 hours. What I want to see, how is the 10 p.m. looking like? Like 6 p.m. market opens, 10 p.m. it closes. A 4-hour candle. How it closed? So the 6 to 10 is the first candle. Then 10 to 2 a.m. That's your second 4-hour. How that looks like. Depending on those two candles, the next candle will tell me what the market. And that is a better direction. And even better, if the new 4-hour at 2 a.m. open low high, like open low high close or open high looking at, that happens. And that's how your Asia kills on works. That one side taken, the other side is delivering. It's failing to close, going for the other side that way. Okay, so your 4 hours will tell you the story. First thing I look into the 4-hour expansion. Immediately after, I just change this chart into, I don't know why it's 240. Oh, okay, in minutes. So 1 hour is what I look into. So this is the chart. Okay, usually 1 hour here, 15 minutes here, 5 minutes here. 5 minute I only use to look for the 1 minute change in state, like 5 minute change in state at fair value sometimes. Okay, when my entry, let's say entry from this, and I'm seeing some 1 minute fair value gap this area. Okay, it's not a clean example that I'm giving you. Okay, let me see. Let's say here. Okay, this is a very small 5-minute bullish condition, but there is nothing over here. Now in this leg, I'm pretty confident that there will be a lot of fair value gap getting broken, respected. That what I do is, when I'm in a 1 minute trade, let's say this area, okay, around the low, remember the inversion, most of the time some low will be your entry, some high will be your entry. So whichever entry I take around the low, possible low of the day, that time, 450, then 455 10 area, this type of area is mostly around low on a bullish day, low of the day area on a bearish. Anyway, doesn't matter what time it is. Thing is, most of the time this is where my entry is, and I'm looking at something happening here. Okay, so it's like from my initial entry somewhat around, and something happening here which is 3740 handle above my entry. Only then I look for my 5 minutes continuation. If it breaks, I get out of my trade. If it respects, I'm willing to continue until I see the opposite. Broken, exiting. But when the bearish leg was happening, there is no bearish fair value gap forming. So I also keep an eye, reclaimed fair value or not. Boom. Closed below, closed above, used it, continue. I'm gonna frame something if I get over here that way. Anyway, I mean, yeah, it's been a long one and I must need to sleep now. So I will take the leave now. And yeah, it's the market is also closed, so there is no point talking for much longer. But observe everything, that will help you. Okay, Ovi is gone. Oh, sorry. I think I have been talking alone for very long. Guys, sometimes you guys should tell me that you guys are tired and you want to go. So that's the part you have to mention. Okay. When I start something, I cannot keep it unfinished. That's why I keep talking until I finish it. So until I clear the whole type of things. Anyway, so yeah, thanks a lot and see you all tomorrow. Be very careful, especially tomorrow, like Thursday and Friday, please. Yeah. Don't FOMO. Look for small profits if it's happening. From Monday, we'll get something better. Okay, so don't worry. So yeah, man, it should be, but I didn't. Bro, you literally didn't keep anything. I have been backtesting future due liquidities and it's crazy how it works. Exactly, bro. And you're talking about just a hourly candle and you know every, so you know which direction you have to look. That type of thing. Anyway, good night, good night, good night. If I start again, I'll think again. So I'm gonna just plus. Yeah, good night and good luck. Okay, good luck. I didn't sleep more than maybe 30 hours now. No, even more, even more. 40 hours, nearly 40 hours.